And it's a really hard place to come here, but it was a really admirable defensive performance for a good 3 points.
It was. We knew we'd have to defend at times coming here. They've got a really good team. Obviously we had a hard game against Hearts recently as well. There was a wee bit of tiredness in the legs. Add the travelling to that as well. It was always going to be a difficult fixture. But I thought the boys dug in at times, and obviously we scored a really good goal on the counter-attack. We showed a lot of quality, a lot of composure, and scored a good goal.
The boys that were playing, it probably was not intentionally, but a defensive setup, given the fact that we've got so many injuries. But it's about taking your chances in this game, and we probably got one glorious one through a good work by Nia Joseph and Naughty a nice finish.
Yeah, really good composure. Nia's done incredibly well. He's went by people as though they weren't there, and he showed the composure as well to play the final pass. And it's a really good goal, and it gives us something to dig deep and obviously defend. And the boys done that. It was a real team performance tonight.
And an inspired substitution from yourself to bring on Nia Joseph after 60 minutes, changed the game.
No, Nia's been doing well. He's not far away, and there's a couple of the other younger lads as well that are not far away. So it's good when they get the opportunity, they come in and do well.
And Stephen Dobie back, first start in 2 months. That's always nice to have a player of his quality.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He's a top quality player. He's only trained, is it 5 or 6 days? So it's a lot to ask, especially with the travelling as well, to come in and play and be right up to speed. But he'll certainly give us a big boost going into the remaining games.
You don't want to name names on such a good performance, but Ayo Balai on front and back for a position that's completely unfamiliar to him. I'd imagine he's done really well the past couple of games, hasn't he?
No, he's played there in his career. He was playing there last year when he was down in England. He played there when he was younger as well. So no, he's got that flexibility. He can play centre half, he can play centre mid. He gives us that physical presence. So no, he's settled in there well, and he's just got to keep on, make sure he keeps the standards like he has been the last few games.
On to injuries now. It's 9 players I think out of today's game. How's likes of Joe McKee, Reece McCabe and stuff getting on?
Yep, Joe McKee's getting closer. He had a scan on his calf. It's only a grade 1, so hopefully he should be back within the next week or two. I think the problem is exactly where it is. It's just actually the very last pit when he starts getting on his toes. That's when he starts to feel it. Reece McCabe, his hamstring's still a bit tight, so we're not actually quite sure how long he'll be, but it's a matter of weeks rather than months or anything. It's only going to be maybe a week or two.
And we've seen in the news the past couple of days, Dapple Mabudi has been in the news from breaking the COVID rules. Is there any update you can give us on that?
Obviously we're waiting to speak to obviously Rangers and the SFA and see what the protocols are. Spoke to obviously Dapple himself, and he's apologised. He knows himself, he's a young lad, he's made a silly mistake, and obviously he's got to live with the consequences of that.
Looking ahead, it's a big game on Saturday. A win, believe it or not, takes us into the top 4. You'll be, well, you're not expecting, but you'll be hoping for 3 points.
It's another hard game, especially there's not much recovery time. With the travelling, some of the boys, like the Dumfries boys, they'll not get back to maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, half 1 in the morning. So it's a lot to ask, and we need to be in tomorrow to make sure everybody's fit, because the squad's that tight at the moment that we need everybody. So we need to make sure everybody's fit and available for the game Saturday.
And Dundee have strengthened. Charlie Adams still, Cummings has came in, McMullen's came in. It's going to be probably the second toughest place to go, you'd probably say, after Hearts.
I think every game's tough though. It doesn't matter who you're playing in this league. You've got to focus on ourselves. If you look at the form we're in at the moment, we're in really good form. Obviously we're disappointed the Allan game to throw that away. If we hadn't beat that game, you look at the record recently, it's a really good record, so just got to keep progressing the way we are.
And we're not going to get too ahead of ourselves, it's just one win, but there's about 10 and 11 games left. Is top 4 still on, do you think, given the fact we're 5th?
You just one game at a time, innit? The one game at a time. There's a lot of games left, there's a lot of twists and turns. We've just got to keep on, make sure we hit these standards week in, week out. You can see we've got to make sure, the first half of the season, I think it's fair to say, we never defended well. So that's the area we need to improve on. We've started to do that recently, we've started to do that, then we're starting to tighten up and obviously started to win games. So it's an important part of the game, but we still need to be a threat going forward, and we have been in recent games.
Cheers, Allan.